That was difficult.
That we have the now the AI bubble didn't flow in this time, but certainly his administration has done a lot to be supportive of AI. We're absolutely sure. And Trump, it's funny. At the beginning of the year, he and Treasury Secretary
You who walks among the
together,
living,
they
my
were
beloved
sending out
Kulvik calls
messages.
to me. She yearns for peace, yet her remains lie in pieces. I beg of you, make...
You want us to
We're
collect
going
her
to go through a
bones?
period that
Ulvik,
makes
say
you
that-
turn.
Boy, I
We're
can
going to go
smell
through
you. Boy.
But a period of balancing or something like that. Yeah, with the 3-3-3 plan. Yeah, but just sort of giving a sense of like, look, there's going to be some pain as we go through this. We inherited a mess, and it's going to take a while, and whatever. And again, we're going to start favoring Main Street or Wall Street. But then very soon, I think really right after Liberation Day, when the market freaked out, Trump went back to saying, look, the S&P is my scorecard. But I wonder if sustainable is to achieve both things. You can't make both Wall Street and Main Street.
This chisel we seek, what is it?
I'm glad you asked, actually. I have just the story for you.
I wonder if it's just trying everything.
There was a giant once named Thamur,
And then,
a very giant giant,
now we're gonna
who,
start-
despite his
if
mountainous
we were
size,
able
was
to
without
secure-
question the greatest. Hoped to one day pass his vast knowledge on to his son, but young Hrimthur, at the heart of a warrior. Perhaps the father had too much fear in him, or the son too little. Either way, a quarrel of theirs spiraled out of control, and the overworked stonemason, bonk, struck his son. Hrimthur ran off into the night, feeling shame and regret. Thamur chased after his son, but in his emotional state soon found himself wandering Midgard, lost and alone. Sadly, he caught the eye of the one person he didn't want to meet alone that night, so far from home.
And so if we lose that,
And what happened next?
You'll see.
billions of market cap that is baked into the industry and big small number of companies. There's so much that sort of change in the balance there. So the big question I'm going to ask you is what your opinion of whether in the bubble first, is there a way to get to a version of the bubble with a lot of fire events? But real quick before you answer that, we've seen no skepticism creep into the trade and
Aye.
and they raise all
Thamur
this
fell,
money.
crushed a charming place famed for worshipping the Vanir god Njord. Thor always took credit for planning that one. Truth is, the sweaty ball-bag just got lucky.
Is there crazy circuit coming from there? There's a lot of paper, phantom, definitely. There's been a lot of questions.
A dangerous beast. We will take him down together.
We've seen some funders of AI start to back out, like Blue Owl turning down Oracle's debt. Saudis open their mouth. And so the bubble when everyone's starting to say the market video structure and administration. I got Okay?
Greasy chisel.
The tip of one, yes. Very, very giant.
You know that you other things that give these video cards and there's a lot more. But in
Seems to do anything.
that is a key. It is going to do. These are going to be a correction of 200% of these years of your time. These 97 million, they use all 15 million correction of the state food. This is 50%. And it is going to
Oh, neat trick, lad.
Thanks. His idea.
and you also use it to stock market good. If that thing spreads, will that cause fraudulent question? That is the question. Before we do that, let's just talk about how you manipulate. And for anyone that tries to find it, oh no, but this is I understand why they say that. It does have great customers, and it does appear on
What happened to the survivors?
Oh, Thamur was a frost giant. When he died, his final breath froze everything.
They just go back to the old they were brilliant things. Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did you let us? Because people didn't let me do this. But they could have gone to stage 13 times there. And this was the appeal for the 13 times there. Let's stop and think of a 13 times there. For you to get your money back, not even a return, for you just to get your money back, you would have had to take every dime I earned in terms of revenue, and I would have had to give it to you, and then it would have taken, and that's assuming that we don't have any cost of goods, we don't have staff to pay, we don't pay taxes, yada, yada, yada. I would have taken 13 years to pay you back your money, okay? And then that seems crazy.
Right, nominal too, by the way. We're talking nominal.
Yeah, and now we're at 33 times, and it's the world's largest fucking business. I understand why some companies should trade at 33 times sales, because they're big, they're growing companies. But we're not the largest company in the world. And I understand that the margins right now are 70, 75%, or whatever the pristine number is. But that's just going to attract more and more competition. It's extremely dangerous. So when I think about the U.S. stock market, I don't think folks understand how top-heavy it is. And you go look at the S&P 500, and you talk about those top 10 names, they're like 40-odd% of the index. And they're all up on the same kind of number. And so one of the things that we're doing is and it's coming. I don't know if it's first quarter, second quarter, maybe 2027. But there's going to be a point when this bubble bursts, and these things will get halved, and everyone will say, geez, that was really surprising. And you'll be like, no, it was, you knew it was coming because there is just, these things were priced for perfection. I was listening to Dan Niles the other day, and he was just talking about margin of safety. And when you buy something at the obscene level, you need everything to go well and go perfectly for it to continue to work. The other thing that I think always amazing about the market is that people will say, oh, but AI is this revolutionary technology. And I ask them, I'm like, the reality is that markets are always pricing in forward expectations. So when you're bullish on AI, you not only, AI not only has to do better than what the market is priced in. And that is the part I think that a lot of folks are just forgetting, is that they're not really thinking about, okay, I have, a varying view that AI is not only going to be great, it's going to be even better than what it's priced. And so, all the other side, I would say, given there's the fact that there's so much enthusiasm, so much hype built into these things, it's actually easier to bet on the short side or just not play, which is what most people should be doing. Most people should just be walking away from the Mag 7 and not investing in this at all. And it's just because it's going to end in tears. And I know that is not something a lot of folks will say out loud. But the reality is that, if you are an investor that has the ability to participate in this, it's probably a better idea to just walk away from it.
There he is.
Find the tip of that chisel. That's the magic we need.
One of my advisors, he's a broker up in Canada, and he has all these rules about making portfolios. Some conversation with him.
Wolver!
He said that if you just don't know, you can choose portfolios.
I'm not ready!
You shut down my component.
Do not get distracted.
Moving a bit slow. Brother, get up, brother.
I think you're saying you would not be surprised if, even if the stocks, those top stocks, finished the year well, which they could, in the sense that they've been, they've had a rough go the last couple of weeks, but they still were up a lot for the year. And at the end of the year, your portfolio managers have to do all the windows again. Right? They got to show, when they publish their 10K or whatever, that, okay, I was in those top stocks in 2025, even if I bought them in the last couple of days, right? But you're saying those guys might actually start in January to say, hey, look, I'm not really until a year from now. And for all the reasons you mentioned, these things don't look like they should that they've looked like for the past couple of years. So I might lighten up here at the start of January and just see how it goes this year for them. So it is interesting. It's an argument for kind of a Q1 sell-off and just there's the conversation going on.
And that's the thing that we want to look at this. Was basically, I think the next time and then we split down to
And that also is one of the big problems with the game, is that it's increasingly becoming, like options and other derivative products are becoming largely and largely rolled, and also want investors. And it's making these seasonalities on weird things like the fact that it grows in years with high